Hi guys, this is Emily from Novelle Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my series catch up 2025. So, I'm going to fill you in on the series that I've finished, I'm going to fill you in on the series that I'm continuing, and the ones I've got on my shelves that I'm going to start this year. Don't want this to be a long video because in a minute you'll probably see me wiping my nose because I'm full of cold. I've only just got 1 over 1 at New Year and now I've come down with another one. Not funny. So today's video, and possibly the one before that, you will, in fact definitely the one before that, you'll see me full of cold. So let's crack on. I'm quite happy because I've completed quite a lot of series in the last year, and actually since the last video I will link that down below, the one I filmed in June, the series catch up. So I completed 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The 11th one is completed in January, so I count that. I've got two series that are like ongoingly being published, so I'm as up to date as I can be, well, virtually one of them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 that I'm continuing. Actually, another one's ongoing. 6 that I'm sort of continuing, and then I've got 8 that I'm sort of starting this year. And I'll go over them as we're going along. I will only probably show you the ones in the latter part because I do not want this video being ridiculously long. I will go over how I'm doing, what I've got to do and what sort of things like that, just to give you a rough idea. Let's get started. So, and I will also let you know which of these series that I've completed that are my favourites. So the first completed series is actually one of my favourites, and that was the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. I read that with Kat from Bruiser Reviews, absolutely blooming loved it. I loved that. I think we've decided that that's our favourite out of that, the Percy Jackson series, and the one that I will talk about at the end of the completed bit. But yeah, I love the Heroes of Olympus series. You meet characters from the Percy Jackson series as well as a whole new bunch from Camp Jupiter. And it is a brilliant fun series. It's exciting, it's fantasy, it's got disability rep. It's brilliant. I thoroughly loved it and recommend it to everyone. It's one of my favourite fantasy series that I've ever read. Talking about that, most of the series that you're going to see me that are starting are fantasy. Like I said, blame Jack. Then I also read the Reputation series, which is like a Regency romance series that are more like a series of standalones, but they are, and they're not connected, but they are sort of set at the same time. I finished those. They're by Lex Croucher. You know I love Lex Croucher. The last book in that series was actually on my favourites for the year. It was that good. But book 2 wasn't my favourite. So that's why it's not a favourite of the series. It was a really good series, and book 1 and 3 I loved, but 2 was sort of the sandwich one, which wasn't as good. I finally finished the Long Angry Planet series, and I really enjoyed that. Great fun, fantasy, sci-fi. It was more of a sci-fi series, but I really enjoyed it. So it was great fun. I'm so glad that Jem got me started on that. For me, my favourite is still the first one. By far it was my favourite. But the others were really good and I'm really glad I owned them. And for the fact that I've kept them tells you something. One that I loved was the Wolf Den trilogy. I finished that this year, and again, Jem got me started on it by telling me to read the Wolf Den. And I finished the last one in the series in December, and it was just incredible. She's doing another series, I think she's got another book coming out, Boudica's Daughter or something like that, and that's coming out in August. I will buy it. I might even just get it hardback because it looks so much fun. Elodie Harper's writing is so good. It's like Greek/Troy. It's set way before I'd ever thought. It was not an era of history that I've never read before, and I absolutely loved it. It destroyed me at points, made me really upset, but it was such great writing. Elodie Harper smashed it out of the park with that series. I'm so glad I read it. Then the Evelyn Jones series is finished. Yeah, there was 3 books. Phil Jones has got another series out, but I don't own it yet, and I'm going to look for it. But I love the Evelyn Jones one. They did scare me. It was my first like middle grade horror, and Jack got me started on them. Again, this is all down to Jack. But I really enjoyed it. I was gutted the fact it's finished, and I know that I'm going to have to start another series by this author because it's a really good series. Then the Philippa Gregory book, I finished was started off as Fairlands, or Fairlands the second one. We've got Dawnlands was the last one, and that series by Philippa Gregory, and my brain has fried and I can't think of the name of the series, but that series was really good. I finished that this year. I don't know if she's got any more books out. I'm kind of not as into her as I was, but yeah, it is good. Oh, and I've just realised I forgot to write down one other series that I'm in the middle of, because I've just been... Oh, Christ. I've just realised there's another series. I'll write that down. I tell you what, this is why I can't edit and I am crap. Right. Then probably my favourite series because of the... Sorry now, you have to see me do this. The Bridgerton series by Julia Quinn. Now, I have, obviously, on the TV setup, they're doing it in a different order to the books. The book series, the TV series had book 4 as the third TV series. So I think they've swapped those two round. Don't quite know why they did that. But I read the book series in order and I absolutely loved it. You do have to bear in mind when you're reading them that if you've watched the TV series is adapted differently to the books. So you have to bear that in mind. But I really did enjoy it. I thoroughly loved it. I did find it really hard on the last 2 books in the series, not counting the sort of extra bit, the short stories bit at the end. But if you bear in mind, Gregory's and Hyacinth, we're only seeing them in TV as teenagers. To see them as adults and having their own romances, I think that made the last 2 books a bit harder because you can't imagine them in your head as adults. So that was a bit challenging, but I did really love the series. It was fun, Regency romance, and it was just what I needed. I finished the Hedgehog Hollow series, which by Jessica Redland. That was really good fun. Very emotional series, but very, very good. I am actually trying to decide whether I keep it all or not, because will it be a series I reread? I don't know. At the moment, I know that I'm keeping... Oh, the Daughters of War series by Diana Jeffries. Actually, that reminds me, I've got to do some post-notes. That series I really loved. That was historical fiction. Totally destroyed me. I loved the author's work though, and it was really good. I've not kept that. I'll tell you at the end which ones I've kept. Good Girl, Bad Blood series by Holly Jackson. That one, book 1 was great, and then it just went for me. So, not a series I enjoyed. I loved book 1, but then it went downhill. And then the last series that I'm talking about is the Trials of Apollo series, which will be finished at the end of January, so I'm counting that as finished. We did not enjoy that anywhere near as much as we enjoyed Heroes of Olympus by far. So we're actually now, after doing 2 Rick Riordan series, one after the other, we are having a Percy Jackson break, me and Kat, and reading other books. So I'm still going to keep the Trials of Apollo and Heroes of Olympus because they're fantasy and they can be redone. Not kept Good Girl, Bad Blood. Don't know if I'll keep Hedgehog Hollow. I'll definitely keep Bridgerton. Unhauled Daughters of War. Dawnlands, that series I will keep. Evelyn Jones I will probably keep. Wolf Den trilogy, definitely keep. Long Range Planet, definitely keep. Reputation, definitely keep. So most of these series I've kept. Like we said, we need to get through the bloody books on my shelves and still need to do my unhauling of some of my red books. But now to the series that I'm ongoing. So the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, I was up to date until December when another book came out, and the lovely Ange from Ange's Book Chat has got it for me as a Christmas present. I believe these are books that keep continuing to come out, so I'm up to date pretty much. I've only just had the new book, so as long as the new books gets read in the next 6 months, I'm counting that as up to date. The Anton de Beck Ballroom Blitz series, I don't know the proper name of the series. I've read all of the books on my shelf in that series, but he's had a new book come out in hardback, but so I'm going to wait until it comes out in paperback because I didn't read the hardback book till after it came out in paperback. So yeah, I'm going to wait until it comes out in paperback. The Fine Print series, I've still not read. I own books 1 and 2. I had book 3, but I lent it to a friend and not come back. Bit of a boomer on that front. But yeah, books 1 and 2 I still need to start. But again, I've just got to get off my bum with that. So it is kind of continuing, but I haven't actually properly started it. The Knockabout series, I've got read book 1. I've got books 2. Book 2 is going to be read in February. and then book 3 will get read in April, I think. Then we've got the Brontes Mysteries books. I've read all the books on my shelves in that series, but there is another book out in paperback. I'm ready to own it, and I'm probably going to get it before the end of the month because I want to read it for a readathon that I've got planned in March. So again, I'm kind of up to date. I'm up to date on my shelves. Then we've got the Alison Weir series that started off with Elizabeth I of York, and then we've got Henry VIII's book, Stand Alone, which I'm going to be reading in March, and then I've got her Mary I, that book. That book's now out in paperback, or it's coming out in paperback any day now. So I'll be buying that very soon, maybe not straight away, and I will be finishing that soon. So I've got read book 1, I've got book 2, and it will be read very soon, and then book 3 will be read. Yeah, that's continuing. Then I've got the Dream Snatcher series. I've got 2 series I can show you. I've read the Dream Snatchers. I own the next one, and then the third one is out in paperback, and I need to own it. So kind of in the middle of that. That's only a trilogy though, so it should be easy to get through. And then I just started on the Cinnamon Bookstore. No, I started on the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which is the Dream Harbour series. I've got to read the Cinnamon Bookstore, Fun Bookstore, and then she's got other books out, which me and Kat need to read together, but we need to get off our bum and work out when we're reading this. The Christmas book will not be ready in Christmas, which is just sod's law. But I liked the first one, the Cinnamon... No, I liked the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but I didn't love that. Whereas this one, I've been told it's a book club one, should be better. And then I'm going to get the Christmas Tree Farm one, which will be late getting that. And then she's got another one out in March, so I'll be reading that. I'm so sorry, I sound so sniffly, don't I? So, that's all the ongoing. Now, the new series to be starting. Not too many, this is not going to be a long video, thank God. So, and here we go with another nose wipe. Right. I own books 1 and 2 in the Thursday Murder Club series. I don't own the rest of the series, so I'm going to give book 1 a go first, and then I'll read. If I like book 1, I might well look for and hunt for the rest of the series. But apparently it's a cosy murder mystery series, so I like cosy murder mysteries. There's Agatha all along, and yes, so I'm hoping I'm going to like this. I've heard quite good things about it. Just need to get off my bum and finally get off and read it. Then this is apparently called the Benevolent series, and it starts with Pretend You're Mine. I own the whole trilogy, but I'm not going to start this until I've read the Knockabout series by the same author, because I don't want to read conflicting series. This one starts off with Luke Garrison, a hometown hero, a member of the National Guard ready to deploy again. The last thing he's looking for is a woman to maroon his solitude. But when the wildly beautiful Harper stumbles into his life, he realises she's the perfect decoy, a fake girlfriend to keep his family off his back until he's deployed. Sounds soldier, sounds sexy. Let's go for it. Does sound like a good, sexy, romancy Lucy Score book. Let's give it a go. Then to some fantasy series, which I'm super excited about. I own the whole of this series, The Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. I own 1, 2 and 3. I got 1 in a charity shop. I think, did I order 1? Then Daddy got me 3, and I think I bought 2 online. So yes, I found book 1 in the charity shop. 2 I had to order online. 3 Daddy got me for Christmas. But it's witchy romance. What do I need? Whimsical, Sexy and Charming, apparently, by Alice Hazelwood. An Alice Hazelwood recommendation, it goes down well for me. Marielle is prophesied to be the most powerful witch seen in centuries, but she prefers baking bread to brewing potions. When a spell goes very wrong, Marielle finds herself staring down at a demon, and one she inadvertently summoned for a soul bargain. Oswald the Ruthless is a legend amongst his kind, but ever since the bargain went awry, he's been a laughingstock. A deal with Marielle could earn him back his deadly reputation. However, getting Marielle to sign over her soul is going to be a lot harder than he anticipated. Sounds like me to 80. I cannot wait for that. I'm starting this in February, but this is the Bear and the Nightingale series by Catherine Arden. I have read this first book a long time ago, but I didn't own the rest of it. So Jem last year gave me the whole series. So I'm starting this in February. It's going to be weird. I want to start it in the winter months, but obviously it's going to be continuing over spring. Beware the evil in the woods. In a village at the edge of the wilderness of northern Russia, where the winds blow cold and the snow falls many months of the year. An elderly servant tells stories of the sorcery, folklore, and the Winter King to the children of the family. Tales of old magic frowned upon by the church. But for the young wild Vasa, there are far more stories. She alone can see the house spirits that guard her home and sense the growing force of dark magic in the woods. Can't wait to start this series. Then Jack again bought me the first two books in this series, and I need to own the second two. And this is the Dorothy Must Die series. It's a retelling of Wizard of Oz. I need to read the first book to double check that I want to buy the other two. But if Jack likes it, I know I'm going to love it. I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask to be some kind of hero. But this whole time you get swept away by a tornado, taking you with it. I have no choice but to go along. Sure, I've read the books. I've seen the movies. But I never expected Oz to look like this. A place where the good witches can't be trusted and the wicked witches might be the good guys. A place where the yellow brick road is crumbling. What happened, Dorothy? My name is Amy Gunn, and I'm the other girl from Kansas. And I've been recruited by the Revolutionary Order of the Wicked. And I've been given a mission. Remove the Tin Woman's heart, steal the Scarecrow's brain, take the lion's courage, and then Dorothy must die. Does sound really good fun. Jack likes it, I know what I'm going to do. Probably the series out of this, another one I'm extremely excited about. And this is Foxglove by Adrian Grace. I've already been told off by Chatty because I read the back of the second book. But I got told to buy this when I went to London with Kat. I've got book 1, I've got book 2. Book 3 is out this year and I'm buying that. So I might wait until book 3 is out and I can just binge them. And we all know about the series. I think a lot of people know about this. What's wrong with love? Are you afraid it will ruin you? A duke has been murdered. The Lord of the Thorn Court has been framed, and fate is hell-bent on revenge. After his brother's death stole the life of the woman he loved, fate is determined to have Signa for himself, no matter what the cost. Signa and her cousin Blythe have to tolerate fate's presence, certain that he can save Elijah Hawthorne from the wrongful imprisonment. But fate's proximity unexpectedly reveals Signa's frightening new powers, linking her to fate's past. And then Glass Sword, and this is part of the Red Queen series. I read the Red Queen years ago. Got the next books 2 and 3 in the series for my birthday month, and I need to get book 4. The Red Queen, I don't really want to go into too much detail. The Red Queen was quite interesting. It was about Mare's blood is red, the colour of the common folk, but her silver ability, the power to control lightning, has turned her into a weapon that the Silver Court would do anything to destroy. So I've got, like I said, I've read book 1 ages ago. I've got books 2 and 3, and I need to buy book 4. I am trying to think of an emoji. So I've got all these great fantasy books. I think because it's fantasy, a lot of my books are fantasy. If you got to the end of this video, leave me a spell, like, you know, like a wand emoji. No, actually, like a lot of witchy books. Leave me a witch emoji. If you got to the end of this video, leave me a witch emoji. That is my new thing. Leave me that. That'd be great. Now, let me know, what series have you been reading? What series have you got on the go? How are you doing with your series over the years? Have you read over the last year? Have you read quite a lot? Have you got lots on the shelves? Just chat to me in the comments. I really love it. But if you don't want to chat, just leave an emoji. Totally get it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, bring on my ding-a-ling. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.